All right, we need to address the GachaSmack, okay? Because he's been on one the past day or so, okay? Where he's just been doing a lot of tweeting. He made a video. He averages like 100k, 20k, 10k views like a tweet kind of thing. But this one hit 500,000, so he pissed some people off, okay? And I have nothing against him, and honestly, I never really watched his content, so I have nothing for him really either. This is as true neutral as you can actually get, okay? I want you guys to know that before we go into this, video and watch it. It's only a minute 16, so it'll be a lot of pausing, explaining, giving my side of this, right? Because I think that is always very, very important, okay? And yes, YouTube, if you're watching, please like, comment, and subscribe. We appreciate you so much. And if you want to come watch the channel live at Twitch TV for some action Gacha, please do so in the description below. You can also join the Discord too. It's pretty cool in there. All right, enough plugging. Let's talk about it, okay?
Just pulled up at the gym and I was thinking about it.
Okay.
Man, Oda, the creator of One Piece, bro, like he drops an episode of One Piece every single week. Him and his team.
Well, that's your first problem. Wait. Wait, no. Wait, Oda does?
He drops an episode. Oda, the creator of One Piece, bro, like he drops an episode of One Piece every single week. Him and his team.
Okay, well that. Okay, look. I want to see where he's going with this, but hey, Oda writes it. Okay. Hey, Oda is actually the author of One Piece, and there's arguments that he has some level of affiliation with the anime, but no one ever credits the source when they say it, so I don't trust it, whatever. But, guys, One Piece is going on a 6-month hiatus. It's not back till, like, the start or the end of the first quarter of next year, okay? So, like, yeah, it's one of those where interesting stuff, but we'll let him cook.
And these episodes are about, what, 25 minutes long, and then it's always like 5 minutes of unnecessary catching up, bro, like just yapaholics.
Okay, also, that to be said, creating anime is not weekly. It takes months to make these episodes, okay? Alright, anime is not made weekly. It is expensive. It is a absolute load of, human blood, sweat, and tears to go into it over the course of months and months and months, okay? There's pre-planning, there's different divisions. Every anime barring One Piece and, like, what, Beyblade are, like, seasonal now. They're not all year around, 40 episodes a week. Or 40 episodes a year, I should say. One Piece is an example of a dying breed of a medium, right? Or a dying breed of a genre of a medium, I should say. It's talked about them before releasing. Yeah, so it's the whole point of animation schedules. Typically, more often than not, animation schedules are pretty terrible and ridiculous with time constraints. That's why you see, like, these days with seasonal anime, they get breaks. They have, like, episode 5. It's like a recap ep and that kind of thing. It's because they can't keep up. They make, like, 5-6 episodes in advance. But the time crunch and, like, the insane hours and overworking causes them to fall behind. And the anime will catch up to the production and they hit the standstill. So they have to build it and do something here. So they either make filler from another team they outsource, or, they put it on hiatus or make a filler up or something just to give them some leg room, right? So it's, yeah, one of those things. Anime doesn't want to slap. Oh my god. Okay, anyway, look, we're off topic. This has nothing to do with the actual video.
But regardless, it's an episode
Amen, regardless.
every single week, and they take very few breaks. Like, dude, dead ass. For the past, like, decade, this has just been an ongoing thing. Episode every single week. Regardless of the quality of the dialogue, if you want to do a little bit of critical observation of the dialogue in some of the One Piece episodes, yeah, they do a bunch of unnecessary yapping, but their unnecessary yapping is still peak in terms of gacha dialogue.
True, I will agree. Okay, I will agree. But isn't the biggest issue with One Piece its pacing because of the filler that is needed to keep with the manga, like, to give the manga time to catch up or time to break away from the anime? Anyway, listening, he's cooking. Gacha dialogue versus filler shonen dialogue. Filler shonen dialogue wins every time. That is a straight fact, all right? I'm not listening to anyone argue me on that one.
Now, we take that into consideration, and then we think about gacha games, especially the mainstream ones.
Mm-hmm.
These mainstream gacha games, they drop, debatably, a quarter of one anime episode. And it's, in comparison, spread out to multiple little short cutscenes. 30 seconds here, 45 seconds there. Maybe, if you're lucky, over a minute there. They take 6 weeks to drop, debatably at max,
okay,
a quarter of an episode.
Okay, no, like, yeah. I agree. Look, it's different mediums for sure. There is more to be argued there than, like, the main point, right? But I don't think it's an issue of the devs. I don't think it's a dev issue. I think it's a investor, CEO, CFO issue, right? I think it's the guys up top want deeper pockets for themselves and their families, right? They don't really give a shit about the product because of the sunken cost fallacies that gacha games have, all right? We'll get into that later. Actually, the video's almost over. We might not get into that. We'll get into it right now. What's he got to say before we keep going?
Yeah, when you think about it in that perspective, it's quite insane, isn't it?
Okay, look, this is just a 1 minute, like, little wajaja, you know what I mean? It's just like a 1 minute, hey guys, this is my opinion, we should be able to have better quality in our patches for 6 weeks at a time of development cycles. And I 1000% agree, right? There are other things to consider for sure, such as like events, character kit designs, character layouts, character designs themselves. There's a bunch of things to consider. But the one thing no one can ever argue on is the quality of the game's story in every gacha game is always fucking dog shit. It is always bad. And nice, just drop my controller. And it's never a good time. It's not, right? What have I done? Look, this comes from the main criticism of rapid story quests, right? Because this is bad, okay? For like what, the 45 minutes you could probably be really generous to give to say it is enjoyable, right? It's like a 4-hour story. They want playtime on their servers to reflect to investors, to be like, hello investors, we, as you can see here, have people play this game hours and hours every single day. It's definitely not an issue of we force them to stay on to complete things. It's definitely because our stories are so perfect and our game has so much replayability when you run out of stamina that people play it non-stop. Give us $30 million for the next patch. It's kind of one of those things, right? It's definitely going to be to, obviously to make their bottom line better and and have investors come back to the game and stay in it. I know Hoyo is a very big company, it's a privately owned company. That is so loud. But the point still stands, man. It's purely to just keep their numbers high for extended periods of time during like launches, right? Because if it's a 2-hour story, right? If it's a 2-hour story, the main problem you run into is the fact that people be done within a day and your player numbers and your player counts are going to absolutely flatten. All right, they're going to go straight to the floor. And to those who mention, oh, what about the newer story that came out? What about the whole entire fix up your, oh, not actually, fix like the Sunday and Fugue storyline? Yeah, they had this partnered with it, which is super lengthy as well. Look, there's rhyme and reason to why they do what they do. And also refixing Sim Universe, adding to level 100. They've done that to keep people on the game because of the shorter story. It's all done for playtime. Playtime's the bottom line because it makes people want to spend more on the game because they feel more invested because of the sunken cost fallacy because of how much time they spend on the game. And also investors, they get to feel more cozy and secure because people stay on the game longer when they look at the hard numbers behind the scenes, right? You're flaccid? Okay, well, hard numbers and you being flaccid, entirely different things, okay? Anime ain't here to sell you gacha characters. No, it's not. Anime is not here to make a quick buck unless it's like, you know, One Piece, gacha game, Naruto gacha game, whatever it may be. I know that was like a big one, like not Wuthering Waves, sorry. Solo Leveling had a gacha game come out recently. And that's like pretty cool. But the whole point of it is to net some quick money to then go end the service in like 10 months or 12 months, right? So it's a different product to be sold to a different community of people, maybe in the same community, but it's a different point. Anime is meant to give you an experience, okay? And I do get that. But more importantly, what's the gacha game meant to do then? It's not giving you an experience. If you feel like the characters are poorly written, why would you want to pull for them? That's what any sane person would think. But the worst character in the game, e.g. Sunday, had more hype around him than anyone I've ever seen before because he's hot, even though his character writing is outright dog shit, okay? It's just a matter of fact, it's just an opinion. But hey, look, if I was to draw a line in the sand and tell you which side I am standing on, I'm with GachaSmack, alright? Surprise! Oh my god, shocker, alright? The anime stuff he said, sure, that's a bit of a skill issue. Like, I think that was just kind of said while he was in the car. I don't think he's thought too much about it when he said it. But the point stands. Hoyoverse, Kuro, whoever it may be, if you're going to make story, invest into it. It might even reflect on your bottom line if it's an amazing story. Paniconi was mid. I will not hear you out. Thank you so much for watching YouTube. Please like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you later. Bye-bye now. All right, YouTube, welcome back. All right, the video was meant to end, but it didn't. Anyway, so this is something that I wanted to quickly elaborate upon about the overworking of animators, and it is absolutely tragic. And I did already put a tweet together with this. If you want to follow me on Twitter, shameless plug, join boys, welcome in. But I did see Sip Sip Steven had a pretty big reply to him, and a lot of people did fuck with it. So he said, making anime and making video game cutscenes are two totally different things. Shocker. Shocker. Okay? Who would have thought, eh? And game devs are overworked and video game crunch is already, sadly, an industry standard. 6 weeks update cycle is insanely fast, be for real, this is out of touch in my opinion. It's not out of touch, and it's purely, yeah, definitely there is a problem with people who are game developers being worked to the bone. Same thing happens in anime. Anime, like, they have a literal word to explain someone dying from overwork, right? That's more Japan's, like, work culture as opposed to being completely reserved for anime. It's more just Japan's work culture is completely abhorrent when it comes to quality of life, right? But I think this is kind of a dumb way to look at it because everyone's pointing the finger at everyone but the problem, all right? The problem is the guys up top, the Dways of the world, all right? I'm calling him out. I'm calling out the big dog, Dway. Get your shit together. You don't need a 7th yacht or building. You can't even call them houses anymore. You probably got like a 18-bedroom mansion complex with like an in-elevator suite duplex setup, right? You can lose a little bit of dough to have a little bit more team members and a little bit more people in the crew to focus on things like story cutscenes and to focus on things like the goddamn quality of story, animation, character designs, and just making everything make sense. Because the game has so many dead points, and I think that's kind of on the guys up top who are just too scared to spend money, okay? So I simply replied to this saying, I think a building company should be able to hire different teams that can alternate between one another per patch. Exactly what I said before. It's not an issue of devs being overworked, which is tragic. It's an issue of the people up top not caring because the fans have hit a level of desensitized gambling. They just pull out their Hoyo overlord. They just pull for the Hoyo overlords, regardless of character writing, story quality, netting millions of minimal output to said fans, no matter how ass the story is. It's one of those things, right? It's one of those things. The guys up top need to change for this to be a change in general. It's nothing to do with anything about being overworked. It's nothing to do with people being bad writers. It's a hybrid of both pools, and both parties are kind of right here because column A, wanting better stuff from the game, should be everyone, because we want a good product. And column B should be people who are realizing the problem's not the devs, it's the guys who make all the money, right? As every company works. We're currently in a world and in an era of like, you know, eat the rich, everyone's kind of on that mindset, but we miss it when it comes to when it comes to gacha games, and we just say like it's a dev time crunch, give them more time, and you should give them more time. But you should also hire more devs, okay? Just wanted to clear that up because I know I was going to see a few comments about it. So yeah, thank you so much for watching, and bye-bye again. See you now.